This is the final, how to get a breakthrough at the edge. You got to be coachable. None of this is Lone Ranger. Don't try to do this by yourself. Everybody needs a noticer and a truth teller in their life. A noticer and a truth teller. Somebody who you authorize to say, hey, I'm noticing this, and let me give you some feedback. A noticer, truth teller. And they tell you truth as they see it. Now, they may not be 100% correct, but that's not the point. The point is, they look at you. They say, hey, I see this about your habits of interacting with people. I see this about your emotional state, your mindset, your moods. I see this about how I send messages. I see this about how you listen. You authorize somebody to give you feedback. But here's the problem with human beings. When someone gives us feedback that we know is true, but it stings, guess what we do? We find a flaw in the person giving us the feedback to justify rejecting the feedback. I just described marriage. When your spouse or significant other tells you something that you know is true about some gap or flaw, and you know it's true, what do? Yeah, honey, but. And if you don't say it out loud, you think it. And so what we need is we got to be coachable. And here's the thing. All feedback comes from imperfect people. All feedback comes from imperfect people. You don't have to agree with the feedback you get, but you do have to what? Listen to it and process it. Think about it. Here's another thing about being coachable. I think something else is that when someone gives you feedback, and then you might reach out to somebody else in your life, and if somebody else gives you that feedback, and then somebody else gives you that feedback, maybe, just maybe, that is an area you may want to think about getting better.